Greetings everyone, welcome to this new farming video. I've been trying out a bunch of different farms. I've made some videos, but didn't decide to not go with them either because they're a little bit unreliable. It's a lot of gambling, like kind of mechanic, like either you get something for that hour and you get massive profits, or you get absolutely nothing. I think this one is pretty stable and I would like to share it. I've already run the test, so it's a little bit different from my previous videos. I just took a random hour here in the morning. I'm trying to just level up, so as you see, I also dinged as soon as I hit the hour mark. And I've been doing this for the whole yesterday also, so I know these profits are completely correct. And I always empty my stash to just keep track on what kind of mechanics that I want to get rid of and which ones are making money, and obviously take into account that some mechanics are a little bit better on giving you those insane rewards once in a while. So but I want that steady income from everything I'm doing. So let's take a look here at we can go take a look at the star chart first, which you can find in the description. I took a look at the coffee beans strategy and I modified it a little bit. Actually, I started out with it and then I completely modified it. This is my setup. Let's go and take off the pro builds here so it doesn't. I used this earlier, but this one has nothing to do, so we don't get confused by the stars here. I think this is a no-brainer, Aeterna here. Because they drop wicks, which are like 11 a pop, but the reverberations are like 1.5, and it's just free income because the compass cost almost nothing. I think it costs less than a fee right now, 0.8 or something like that for the rare one, so the better compass, which we're going to take a look at later also. And yeah, it adds bosses to the map, and it just adds more loot to the general pool. Plus, when you kill a boss, you get gold. It's pretty good for gold. It's not the best. I've gotten up to 100k with certain strategies. This was not one of them, because you're gonna see that you're gonna slow down at the end of the map, and it kind of takes a while to get Dark Search going. The second mechanic we have is Dark Search. This one I took for Coffee Bean. I'm just gonna trust him on this. Some of these I wanted to take away, but I could not find a good mechanic to put them in, so I might as well have it. So because the Dark Search compass costs a little bit, can't remember, it's like 2 FE or something like that, or 1.5. So for the rare one. That increases the chance for likelihood for bosses. And then we have the mechanics here to just get some more corroded gear, so we have some jackpot moments if we get lucky. We also want the more expensive edict to drop. Then we have some more of these. Hopefully we can drop one of those tier zeros, like legend ultimate. What do you call it in this game? Ultimate legendaries and stuff like that. So this is the general gist of it. Just maximum surge. So at the end of the map you kill the boss, and then just spam that button that spawn out the surge. Then we have snow here, which has been surprising to me. This one has been really lucrative. I think this is the most lucrative mechanic I've done in any map. So these I would not change for anything. I'm using the rarer of the compasses here also, so I get more of these bosses in the map running around, and when you kill them they guarantee to drop snow paper, and when you get one of those really good cards, then you drop papers everywhere. So it just increases, and they also have a chance to drop one of these medium special, noble and magnificent supports. So I've dropped 3 in this hour. I normally drop like 2 in an hour, got 1 extra here, but none of them was worth anything. Some of them are worth a lot again, so is a lottery thing, but by itself, without any winning the lottery, this is still well worth it. So highly recommend whatever you're doing. And none of these mechanics I have a pet for, by the way. I have no pets that interact with this at all. So just so it's very free to play friendly. I have this. It's just when bosses get killed. Probably this one can get rid of. I mean, it's 4 points, but could probably put it into more mobs or something like that. But it's just some extra, and it gives me some keys that I can use for respecking my tree every 5 hours, basically. For the more the bigger ones here, I just use this because I have some cards. I don't know how many, but if you're not dying, then you obviously would take this one instead of this, and then you will get more quant. And I'm using this one. Maybe it's worth it, maybe it's not, because the bosses do have some good drops, so it would be fun to have some mechanics. But then again, when I'm doing a test, I don't really want to take that into account because I don't do the bosses and for these tests. Otherwise, we're gonna take a look at the loot here. As you can see here, this was some of the loot. I already deleted some, but in here I calculated nothing. But it's about 50 FE here from 2 items. I can't remember, it was one of these with double corroded or something, but I'm not counting those. Here you can see here I've deleted one of them already, but these are nothing. So these are the kind of things you can expect in the run, and hopefully you can get one that is like a couple of hundreds. In here I managed to gather up quite a lot, and snow paper stands for a lot of this profit, and the raw FE, of course, we don't need to pay taxes on those. Some of these we got a little bit unlucky on. We sustained our and over sustained our resonance, so that's good. We don't need to worry about that. And overall, it's easy to sell things here because it's the same loot over and over again. So it's pretty, like, people will buy this instantly if you want to sell it. But I'm gonna use it. It's a 562 FE in this tab. So pretty good. In this tab, obviously, we are dropping from the dark search, these kind of things. I don't know if I got lucky or unlucky, or it seems very steady on these kind of profits. This is probably from my other hours of testing. You can probably expect this much, or maybe a little bit less, maybe 1 or 2 less in these categories. But there's not much profit here. It's 353 FE overall, and we managed to do 34 maps only in an hour, so not that many. So we're not the fastest build, and I also use only XP protection pets right now. So if you look here, I'm using no damaging pets. I'm only using XP protection here, which means that if I die, I lose no XP, which is very good when you're trying to level. So I wanted that extra level. So that was the general gist of it, because there's a lot of mobs on this map, and many of them are rare or bosses. They give tons of XP, so I just want to blast through it. Also, something to point out, we got 50k gold, which is very nice. Let's just run a map real fast so you can see what the general gist of it here. I run with 16 here, and then these kind of compasses. See here, you have the snow, you have the Aeterna, you have the dark search, and then I added rare because they're dirt cheap. You can probably run with one of these probes also if you want to, but I didn't want to take that into account because there are some extra damage requirement for that, and I'm not running any. So just do the mechanic as normal. These gives gold. Gold is good. Something people should be taking into account into this, and which I'm not doing in this video, is that when you are doing this mechanic, that translates into FE, because you are picking up gold here, which you are going to use in the aces. and you also get new followers and stuff like that. So you are also getting passively FP through your gold gain. So I would estimate, if I do this, I can translate this currency in here, because 50 an hour is more than enough to sustain a fully juiced up oasis, like with plenty of leftovers. So I have so much gold right now on my in my oasis. It's kind of ridiculous. So I'm gonna probably switch now to something that does not generate gold. And but if you are not at that point yet, where you are just infinite gold in your oasis, then obviously you're gaining more from one of these tactics, because you're gaining passive gold through your oasis also. So something to point out. So you kill these and hopefully they drop the better one. Nope, they didn't upgrade. And then we're just gonna run to the end. I'm always killing the boss first. I don't know why. It's just something I did in earlier seasons, and then I clicked Dark Search, because there was some interaction with bosses interfering with if you don't kill the boss before, then the boss would not spawn from the Dark Search. I don't know if this is true, but I'm just gonna spend that 2 extra seconds to kill the boss first anyway. So hopefully this helps someone. So its overall profits from this test was 684 in after paying for all of this stuff, because it was 231 in expenses, and with oasis that is 100 or 200 more at least. So pretty good. Have a good day, everyone.